Imagine your favorite band losing its original voice and then becoming even bigger. Sounds impossible? Not if history has anything to say about it. Bands often face a make-or-break moment when a lead singer departs. But what if that change actually propels them to greater heights? Let's explore 5 iconic acts that defied expectations by reinventing themselves after their original frontmen or frontwomen exited the stage. And here's where it gets controversial. Some argue these bands needed a shakeup to survive. Others say the new singers simply capitalized on what was already there. Where do you stand? Let's dive in. Jefferson Airplane. When Grace Slick stepped in, magic happened. Marty Balin may have started as the face of Jefferson Airplane, but it wasn't until Grace Slick took the mic that the band truly found its sound. Slick, originally from her band The Great Society, brought a raw, magnetic energy that turned 1967's Surrealistic Pillow into a psychedelic landmark. Hits like White Rabbit and Somebody to Love weren't just chart toppers. They became cultural anthems. Critics often miss the fact that Slick's songwriting roots and her knack for storytelling gave the band a creative direction that Balin couldn't match. Was it her voice or her vision that sealed the deal? You decide. Pink Floyd. Syd Barrett's exit sparked a cosmic revolution. Syd Barrett was the heart of Pink Floyd's early sound, blending whimsy and psychedelia into the Piper at the Gates of Dawn. But his mental health struggles led to his ousting in 1968. Enter David Gilmour, whose soulful guitar and vocals became the backbone of the band's next era. While Barrett's departure was tragic, it forced Pink Floyd to evolve. Think Dark Side of the Moon and The Wall. But here's a twist. Some fans argue that Barrett's surreal lyrics and quirky charm are what made Pink Floyd truly iconic. Did they lose their soul or just adapt to survive? Let the debate begin. Steely Dan. Donald Fagen's reluctance led to perfection. Donald Fagen and Walter Becker were songwriting geniuses, but Fagen initially hated singing live. So when David Palmer joined for their debut, Can't Buy a Thrill, he handled vocals on tracks like Dirty Work. But Palmer's departure opened the door for Fagen to step up. His deadpan delivery and sharp wit became the band's trademark. And here's a fascinating point. Steely Dan eventually stopped touring altogether, choosing studio perfection over live shows. Was this a bold artistic choice or a missed opportunity to connect with fans? The jury's out. Journey. Steve Perry's voice launched a power ballad empire. Journey's 70s albums were critically praised but commercially underwhelming until Steve Perry arrived. The band realized their keyboardist, Greg Rowley, was too stage shy to connect with audiences. Perry's soaring vocals and pop sensibilities changed everything. By the 80s, Journey was dominating the charts with hits like Don't Stop Believin'. But let's get real. Some fans still miss Rowley's jazzier roots. Was Perry's success a blessing or a betrayal of the band's original identity? Share your thoughts below. Genesis. Phil Collins' drumsticks built a pop dynasty. Peter Gabriel's theatrical style made Genesis a 70s prog rock powerhouse. But when he quit in 1975, few expected the band to thrive. Drummer Phil Collins took over vocals, steering Genesis toward a sleeker, poppier sound. Albums like Invisible Touch and Genesis became global smashes. Yet here's the elephant in the room. Collins' drumming was as iconic as his voice. Did the band shift from prog to pop save them, or did they just chase trends? And this is the part most people miss. Collins' vulnerability in songs like In the Air Tonight made fans forget they ever needed Gabriel. Final thought. Change or die. These bands prove that reinvention isn't just possible. It's often necessary. But does a new singer truly make a band better? Or do they simply inherit a foundation already in place? We'd love to hear your take. Did you prefer the original lineups? Or are you a convert to the post-leader era? Drop a comment and let's chat.